Good afternoon, and welcome to another reluctant version of Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. Now here's your resigned and recalcitrant host, Voice of Doom. Hello. Okay. I wasn't going to do any more of these diatribes. As you can tell, I haven't been on the air for probably over a month, and a lot has happened. But I have been reluctant and disinterested in commenting on anything, and I'll tell you why. I'm naming this video Black Swan Song, combining two idioms. A black swan is an unexpected event which changes the trajectory of history. And we've had many of them over the last 4 or 5 years, many of them. But the swan song means it's over. This is going to be my swan song. I will tell you what my plans are and assure my stalwart fan and my other semi-loyal fans, of which I have 3. My stalwart fan, Nick, wrote to me yesterday and said, "Where are you?" And it got me to thinking maybe I should do this just to set people's minds at ease. I'm not dead. And my other 2 fans, Mofo and Silly Wabbit. But other than those 3, no one has watched me, even though I speak the truth, even though I have prognosticated correctly throughout the last 3 years of airing my show. I have been right about everything, and if I am right in the future, that means that about 9/10 of the world population will be gone before the turn of the decade. So, we have that to look forward to, but what are my plans? I'll tell you that first. I'm going to get off politics. I've said everything I can say. I've warned everybody. They haven't paid heed. And all I can do now is spit out bile. I can just say the exact opposite of what I'm seeing from the wokester idiots. I am surprised that Gaza's even got one single brick left standing. They should have taken the time and trouble to bulldoze the whole damn place at the outset and forget about civilian casualties. They're all guilty. 80 to 90% of the people in Gaza support Hamas. Hamas is a murderous organization. They are all complicit, and they all should get their just comeuppance. They're going to live forever. This lifetime's been a failure. Get rid of them. Get rid of everybody in New York City. I'm going to go so far as to say that. It's a failure. Everybody can look at it and see it. There's rampant crime, and then there's bleeding heart wokesters in their high ivory towers, their glass houses, in the newsrooms, either clutching their pearls or ignoring the raw, rampant, utter corruption of what used to be our government and what used to be a country, which is not anymore. So forget that. God, that's why I'm quitting this. You people don't want to get it. We don't have a country, and we're setting ourselves up for rampant doom everywhere. Not just the big cities that deserve it, but the little towns and the people that just want to get by, that it's harder and harder to get by. You can't do it. You got to go totally into debt, use up all your credit just to pay regular bills, pay property taxes, this and that. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of what used to be this country. And if it has to be obliterated, then so be it. If everyone has to starve to death, if the grocery stores are empty, if the gas stations no longer are pumping gas, then that's just too damn bad. I don't care. I really don't. I'm prepared to survive for a few months, and then if I shuffle off this mortal coil with everybody else, oh well. Hopefully I will be reborn in a better set of circumstances than this, on a totally different planet, on a different galaxy, hopefully, as far away from here as possible. Now, what are my plans? I'm going to forego the politics, and I'm going to play the piano, and I'm going to start a new channel, and I will make an announcement to my stalwart fans when the channel is up and running. It'll be very easy because I can play 30 or 40 songs in a couple hours, and they won't be great, but it'll be more valuable than what I seem to be doing now. Now, what's happened since 2020? Well, let's see. We had a pandemic that wasn't really a pandemic. Yeah, I said it. In which they could exercise the control, do a little experiment, a little social experiment on us populace, on how well they can make us stand in line correctly, and how well they can make us wear certain things, and how well they can make us stay home, which I never did. It didn't change me one bit. I didn't stay home, and I still made money. I made money for doing nothing, but I didn't stay home. Now, that led, once they realized they could control the population with ease, and they could control information, then they moved on, because Orangey was not going to be allowed to win a second term. And when he lost due to rampant cheating by the D's, which everybody knows, so forget you, YouTube. Everybody knows that election was a fraud. It was just as bad as Rutherford B. Hayes. Just a big mess. They decided we have to stymie Orangey from ever thinking about running again, so the evil forces in the government, the devil's advocates, the manifestations of everything bad in this universe, got together and decided to orchestrate a riot in the Capitol. And we know who those evil entities are: Pelosi, Skinbag, Lizard Man, and the rest of the D's. Orchestrate and allow for a riot, and then proceed to punish them in draconian ways without any sort of attention to constitutional rights. Forget that. Anybody found in the Capitol on that day or anywhere near it will be arrested, incarcerated, and left in solitary confinement indefinitely. So that's what used to be America for you. That was step 2. Step 3, since they've made it very clear to anybody who cares to be a patriot or stand up for what used to be the principles on which this country was built, justice for all, equal justice for all, yeah, forget that. Nobody's above the law. There's plenty of people above the law. And we know who they are. Nobody wants to admit it. On the D side, say it's all a pack of lies, but let's go after this one guy who's running for president who is probably going to win, so we better throw the book at him for every trumped up charge you can think of. There's a thing going on in New York right this minute where Orangey has to sit in court every day and nobody even knows what the charge is. I don't think the prosecutor knows what the charge is. He's just going to keep winging it. He's going to be riffing and ad-libbing his way till he finally figures out what the charge actually is. Oh, he paid hush money that he shouldn't have paid, but we wanted him to pay, but it wasn't paid, and then he did pay it, and it was extortion, or whatever. The guy's got to sit there, so what does he do? He galvanizes his base. Orangey galvanizes his base in Harlem. Okay? Do you D's get it? His base in Harlem, there's going to elect him. You guys are idiots. You're willful idiots. And I'm not going to go on with this anymore. Everybody can see what's happening. Grocery stores are going to be empty soon. I looked at the price of gas. It's been $4.59 for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Now, will it go higher in the summer? Or is it going to plateau there? Now, diesel's $1 less because they realize, hey, we make diesel go up to $4.59, and that has a ripple effect because the truckers have to charge the distributors more, and the distributors have to charge the retailers more, and then we get charged more. Every idiot can see the correlation between the price of gas and inflation. So Petrie's got a real problem with trying to keep gas down because diesel may go up and then the price of gas will go up to 6 or 7 again. And then people notice that. That's when people open their eyes. When they go to the gas station and they get a gallon and a half of gas for $10. Just wait for that. So the beat goes on. I've already been vindicated. Everything I've said has come true. Mayorkas was impeached. I told you he wouldn't be convicted. They didn't even allow a trial in the Senate because the Senate is chock full of a majority of evil entities that work for Satan. And I use the word Satan as a metaphor for the evil forces in this universe. That's who they work for. And when I see the idiots on The View, and I see the idiots in MS, and I see the idiot Joe Scarborough yelling at people, telling them we're too stupid to know how great things are, I must reiterate my advice to you. Enjoy your success and enjoy your wealth now. You'll only live so long. All you people, all you Joys, Whoopies, and Joes of all stripes will be reborn in misery for millions upon millions of lifetimes. And you won't know why. You won't remember why. You barely remember why you hate Orangey, which I've already explained to you. Fucking idiots. So, I've warned you. This lifetime is very short. You were lucky enough to be actors, to be comedians, to be talk show hosts, to be news anchors, and make millions of dollars. Enjoy it now. Okay? I'm telling you. Your karmic retribution is going to be so bad, you have no idea. You're blind. You're delusional. So, we come to the present day where bridges are being plowed into, where barges head out to sea and then make a U-turn and head straight into a pylon of a major bridge, which comes down in seconds. I've talked to people who are pilots. They are bay pilots. They told me in no uncertain terms that not only was it deliberate, but it was already sabotaged in the first place because the bridge came down too fast. So we can put that in our big list of conspiracy theories. But yeah, let's just take a bridge down and Petri dish comes out and says, we'll pay for it. 5 minutes after, the bridge hasn't even finished splashing into the water. And Petrie's out there, we'll pay for everything. No investigation. No, we're not going to look into that. We'll look into a train that derails. Somebody's going to pay for that, not us, not the government. No, somebody else is going to pay. But this bridge thing, yeah, it was an accident, we'll pay. You're not going to have time to build that bridge. That bridge will never be built. So forget that. We don't have enough time to build bridges. We had plenty of time to build bridges. We've torn them all down, literally and figuratively. So I didn't say a whole hell of a lot. I just thought I'd rant, and it was mostly for the sake of my most stalwart and loyal fan, Nick, to let him know that I'm still here. And this was probably a pretty good one because I kind of am a little miffed. I think I could go on. But I've lost interest. I used to enjoy getting up in the morning and thinking about what I'd do for a diatribe. And now I don't want to anymore. So we'll see how my attitude lies, but I'll let you know when my music channel is up. And once in a while I may do a little snippet here and there, but I doubt it. YouTube hates me for good reason, because they hate the truth. So we'll leave it there, and thank you for your loyalty to my 3 fans, and maybe I'll talk to you again. Goodbye.